My very first memory of Upwey was when I actually arrived here. I'd previously lived in Bridport, and we arrived, I think I was just barely 5. Lived at first in Elwell Street, and I can remember drawing up in a huge black taxi and bursting into tears on a very wet day because suddenly I realised I'd left my grandparents. But after that, my memories were very happy ones, and just running in the fields and be able to go up to the Roman road on top of the Ridgeway. Sunday afternoon activity was typical on the bends, the hairpin bend, of counting buses, coaches as they were called, and the cars going back.
It was very happy memories. I can remember the freedom of being able to wander off, and Jane and I used to go across the fields and go and pick cowslips from Mum. And on Sundays with the family, we used to always trek up over the hill with picnic. We used to have lovely picnics on the top of the Ridgeway. And it all seemed a very happy childhood and very happy times, and everyone was friendly.
What was Upwey like when you were a child?
It was actually quite a busy village. They were a very friendly village. Everybody knew everyone. We went to the little school just down the road, just about 2 minutes walk for us, basically. And it was a very, very happy place. We were in the choir, we went to the church regularly, and everything really was just perfect, a very happy time.
It was a very close-knit community. As you know, we knew all your neighbours, which you don't these days.
How much significance does the Ridgeway have on Upwey?
I think it's quite a landmark to the actual village. The part we were in was the centre of the original old village, I guess, and that went on up into Ridgeway. But I think it's a great landmark. I can always remember even now, although sadly since the new road has arrived, it's not quite the same. But when you came back home, especially if you've been on holiday, and you used to get over the brow of the hill at the Ridgeway, it was just that amazing sight of the whole town, the sea. But as I say, sadly, it's not quite the same anymore.
I can remember quite memories of when we had the 1963 blizzard and going up on top of the Ridgeway with my brother. As he was home from college, Jane was at work and I was still at school, so it was in the holidays. Going up onto the Ridgeway and watching the helicopters drop straw and hay down for the animals and things like that. I've got quite vivid memories of that.
How do you think Upwey's been shaped by the history and the heritage of the Ridgeway?
I think it's just the surrounding, the small community that goes back generations. I don't think it's probably changed a great deal, to a certain degree.
And the same question to you, Anne.
Yes, I think the Ridgeway sort of protects the village, really, I suppose. It's always been like a barrier between the Weymouth, Upwey area and the Dorchester area.
What was the best thing about living in Upwey?
I think the best things was through the earlier years of my childhood, the freedom of being able to run around and go up over the hills. Sunday afternoons in the summer, we always used to walk for miles and had a regular picnic. But Sunday afternoon tea was always fruit in dishes and sandwiches, and we actually used to carry the tins of fruit, or bottles I guess they must have been then, and the glass dishes, and sit up quite often on top of the Ridgeway and have our Sunday tea as a picnic.
Yeah, childhood memories I think were wonderful, and we could just play in the street. We used to tie a skipping rope onto the railings around the river, and we used to play ball and do all sorts of things, go up the lanes and just investigate all around. It was a very happy time. We used to go up to the wood on Winspatch and build dens. My friend and I used to go there and make dens in the wood, and very, very happy time.